Hey guys, your boy Chill here. Welcome back to ROM hacking. We got the Piss Posse here. I created the little party here. We're going to be using this to do stuff in the game as we figure things out and change the code. And so I got these guys. I made my ideal party. I grabbed a bunch of the loot that is available in the city here, and the castle's hidden in various places. So you got some nice loot, like we got this magical axe, and let me see what else we got here. We got the Gauntlets of ogre power, which is one of the main things that we want to test out and fix. So I got a bunch of stuff here. It was a bit of a shit show. I streamed it late at night. No one was even around, and I had some troubles, let me tell you. But maybe I'll cut that up a little bit and show you a few choice pieces of that little adventure. But there's a purported bug in this game. Piece of equipment doesn't work, and so I want to get that piece of equipment and do a little testing with it. Looking at the guides, there's actually like a whole bunch of awesome swag that you can pick up right at the beginning of the game, and I never even knew this when I owned this game myself. Catch my ass just like grinding like a mofo. We're off to a rollicking start here. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Okay, maybe it's here. This has got to be it, right? Okay. What's in here? Oh, there's a dude. Get him! Get him! Get him! Get his ass! Am I gonna die? So this part of the game is basically just like mash it up. Okay, I just lost a dude. Like, straight up. By the way, the guide said there's just a couple of easy fights in here, so just your standard easy fight. Ah! Okay, let's put him to sleep. Ah, we're dead. Okay, well. Okay, rat. Now we can kill a rat, I think. Surely we can kill a rat. Do I actually need to use spells on a rat? Ah, this game is so messed up. Okay, let's do this. Alright, hit him with magic missile. Get his ass. I truly am now questioning, like, if there's something corrupted. Like, I didn't write over any part of the game code in this image, but it's messed up. All right. Oh, there's the secret. Okay, yeah. Secret area. Okay, wait a minute. I was literally stuck there for like... No, don't. How do I get... Oh, this is a treacherous area. The message boxes will mess you up. Like here, I'm pushing all the buttons. I'm pressing all the direction keys. I can't move. What is this? I'm pressing start. How do I get to that tower? I'm just stuck. What is going on here? Instead of like rolling my characters incessantly to get like, you know, my perfect stats that I wanted, I just went into the RAM and edited them. I wonder if the game is detecting that. I mean, that is a fairly suspicious attitude, kind of like conspiracy theorist tin hatty. But what if they actually detect if someone wrote some code in there to detect if you were cheating? Because remember, like, Game Genie used to be a thing. Hey, okay, here we go. So there should be something here. Yep, Wand of Lightning, very powerful and very cheesable, and the Scroll of Sleep. So we should be able to use that on one of our characters. But anyways, what we're doing today is we are going to we're going to investigate these Gauntlets of ogre power, see what's going on. There's a bit of there are rumors, let's just put it at that. So like I've told you that people suspect it doesn't do anything. Here's an example of, you know, there's a dude on YouTube made a cool video here investigating the effects of different stats in the game, and here's what he has to say about the Gauntlets. I don't know if you hear. Let me put the volume up a little bit here.
So what I've done this time round is I've set Silvick's strength back to 9, but I've also given him the Gauntlets of ogre power, And this is a special artifact that sets your strength to 18. If you look in the top left, you'll see I have 18 strength.
Yeah, you can see here.
But I actually have 9 strength
In
underneath
the screen
So the
here, it
question is,
shows
does the
18, so it
powering
looks
work?
like it's doing what you would
And this is
expect it to
highly
do.
debated. Place your bets now. And here we
But
go.
when he does his attacks, he's not getting any extra
They don't do a
damage. I mean,
damn
you can
thing.
go watch the entire video
back
here.
down to
You
doing
can
1 to
search it.
4 damage
You
per
can
attack.
see that when he actually gets a natural
people always
strength of
debate whether or not
18,
the Gauntlets of Ogre
he gets a
power actually
plus
work
3
because
bonus on his attack,
displays
which is
the
the same
number
as what we
18
found by
stats
reverse
page, which
engineering
leads you to
that
think
strength
it's
bonus
working.
table. But with
But
the
then
gauntlets,
other
you get
people
nothing.
from playing the game
So
just felt, my damage
no
doesn't seem much
bonus to
better
your
than
damage.
the
So
Gauntlets. And they're
he
right to think
comes to
that.
the conclusion that
Doesn't
this
work.
isn't
Doesn't do anything.
doesn't work.
So that's a great artifact.
He's partly right on that.
that's
But
strength
let's take a
done. Let's
look
move
at
on
it.
to
Let's see what's
intelligence.
exactly going on here. So here I got my cleric, and she's got the gauntlets on right now. If you have them in your inventory, they are equipped. So we transfer an item. Let's take the gauntlets. Let's give them to, I don't know, the elf. And then if we go back to inventory, we can see that her natural strength is actually 16, and that brought it up to 18. What do you got? So you have a strength of 12, so that's actually like a really good test. So maybe we'll give them to you, and then we'll give you like a melee weapon. Alright, so now Concho has this staff and the gauntlets, and it's showing her strength as 18. So now we would expect that when we do our lookup in the strength bonus table, we're going to get a plus 3 to our roll for accuracy and damage because, you know, we have a strength of 18. Alright, we're in combat here. Boar is going to attack us. We're going to hit our breakpoint for melee accuracy here. 1427E, Old Faithful. We're going to keep going. And it looks like he missed because we didn't break on the second. I put 2 breakpoints, one for melee accuracy and one for melee damage. Alright, so here we go. Here's the moment of truth. So we are going to attack with the staff. Booyah. And we are again at Old Faithful here, the beginning of our melee accuracy. So we're right here, and none of this is really that interesting up until we get to, here we go, our strength bonus. So this is where we actually want to get at. Let's set a breakpoint at 1430C and let us go. And we are there. Alright, so now we're going to step. We're going to zero out D1. Done. We're going to load the strength of our character into D1. Alright, so this should be 18, which is going to be 1-2 hex. Is C. C is not what we were expecting. C is 12. Alright, so this shows us first of all that the strength that's being loaded for the table lookup, that's not the strength that's showing on the screen after you set the gauntlets. So that's the first indication that things aren't probably what they originally seemed. Then you are going to load the table and you are going to look up a value in there and add it to D0, which is your accuracy roll. So we rolled an E, which is a 14, I believe. Yeah, that's a pretty good roll. That's probably a hit already. It should go up because we should get a bonus from, you know, the gauntlets. But it doesn't go up, which makes sense because the value that we loaded was 12. It wasn't the 18 that you should get from the gauntlets. So there we can see that it does not, the gauntlets do not affect the lookup for your strength accuracy bonus. Now here is something quite interesting. If we scroll down a bit, not down, if we look up, so we have this line here, and this is adding a value to your roll. It's something from the active player's character sheet. And this has always been 0 up until now. It has never done anything, so I have no idea what it could be. But it does do something when you've got the gauntlets on. So this E here, that wasn't actually a natural 14 that they rolled. So let's try this again. Let's do another attack, but this time we are going to break here and see what's going on. So let's quickly set a breakpoint, 142 F6. Alright, Harambe died again for our sins. But we're back here. Let's give it one more try here. Huh. Chili, pay attention, challenge, read 3 letters, difficulty impossible. Let's see here. JSR, JSR. There it is, JSR. Okay, so let's see what we roll. D0 is A, so we rolled a 10, basically middle of the road there. And right after that, we are going to add a value from our character sheet into D0. And what do you think this is going to do? Let's do F10. It added 2. So, and this doesn't add anything when you just use another character that doesn't have the gauntlets. So we can surmise that equipping the gauntlets sets this value in your character sheet to 2, and that is used to improve your accuracy. Now I have many questions. Is this location in the character sheet, is this unique? Is it only used by the gauntlets, or can other equipment also add to that? So it's like a cumulative of all these different equipments that have the same sort of effect of increasing your attack. And from what I know about the pool of equipment, I would think that the gauntlets are the only one that goes in here, and that'll make our life easier for when we want to kind of reverse this stuff. Not reverse it, but modify it, patch it. But I don't know for sure. All right, so here we are at the melee damage. We're loading in those values from the script. We all know this song and dance. Let's go into our listing here. So the strength bonus table affects damage as well, and you do the same strength lookup. So we know that the gauntlets aren't going to fix that. But we also know, looking in here, we have nothing referencing the U and K. So there is a straight damage bonus here from the character sheet, but it's a different location. So let's see if, because we know usually this one is also 0, but let's see if equipping the gauntlets changes this one as well. Because if it doesn't, that means the gauntlets, they do nothing. All right, so here, add to D1. So this should be this bonus here. Do we get it? No, we get nothing. So this one is something other than the gauntlets. And now we know that the gauntlets do nothing for your strength. And that exactly lines up with the video from your boy Omega here. So you don't get anything on strength, and that's easily observable, like the experiment that guy did. But you do get something on your accuracy. And the interesting thing about the accuracy is it stacks with your strength. So you can get a +3 bonus for 18 strength and then get an additional +2 for the gauntlets, even though gauntlets shouldn't do anything for a dude with 18 strength. But there you have it. It's an interesting little web that we weave here. But we also know that it's not giving you anything for damage, and that is just, that sucks. That's stupid. So we need to fix the gauntlets for sure. We need to remove the stupid +2 bonus on accuracy, and we need to instead make the strength lookup be influenced by the presence or absence of gauntlets. That's the way to go here. Now, okay, so here's the interesting thing. I want to see how the character sheet is exactly affected by equipping and unequipping the gauntlets. And so what I'm going to use the cheat capabilities of the debugger. We can basically target and filter values in memory and narrow down which ones are actually changing based on, things that we do in the game. So we can do cheat init, and we can make it so it only looks at a specific range in the memory area. I like how these dudes are just standing in these like corners in these tiny rooms. You're just standing there, not really doing anything particular, just hanging out. What you doing there, buddy? Don't worry about it. Okay, well then. So what I want to do is, let's see, who has the gauntlets? I think you have them. So we're going to give the gauntlets to the elf, but first we're going to set up a little cheaty weety. We're going to be searching for unsigned bytes. The address we're looking at is FF92EE, but I think it actually should be FFFF. So we'll do that. Because it doesn't matter, it's all mirrored anyways, but whatever. And we need OX96 bytes. So we initialize the cheaty weety. So now we use the cheat next command. First we're going to run the program for a little bit, and then we're going to run cheat next. And what we're looking at is we're saying, hey, what are the values that have changed since then? Basically, since we haven't done anything. We just advanced time, but we didn't do anything. If any values change, those are just values that change just randomly for whatever reason we don't know. And so we want to exclude them from our search. So we want to run the game for a little bit, Then pause it. And now filter to only keep ones that have stayed the same in that range. That's just CN and then EQ. So we have 150 in that range, meaning that didn't filter any. That was the exact same amount. So none of them changed just based on time. Let's see if any change if we do something in the menu, just a little bit of menu funsies. So if I go and I check my inventory, I'm going to do CN equal. No, nothing has changed. So this is, pretty, this is what you would more or less expect, because these character sheets, they shouldn't be changing based on time, usually. So now we do your boy equipping of the hoo-ha and the whatnot. I know I'm using a lot of technical terminology here, but bear with me. Transfer an item. So you take this, you go here. Now break. Now we want to filter to the ones that have changed now. So NE. Cheat next, NE. So which ones have actually changed? 2 change. So this is extremely good intel. This is telling us that there are 2 locations that change when your boy equips the gauntlet. So we know that it controls 2 things in the character sheet, and that is great to know. From that we subtract the base of the character sheet, and we know that this is an offset of 2F into the sheet, which is also known as 47. Now it's incredibly possible that this is like a bit field and multiple bits get set from different equipment here, but we will say that equals 0x81 when gauntlets equipped. Let's look at the other characters. So first character, whose name is Harambe, by the way, in case you didn't catch that. So right now, his gauntlet bonus is 0, which is what you would expect, considering he doesn't have any gauntlets. Now we're going to give him the gauntlets. Here you go, bro. Enjoy. He goes up to 2. And yoink, let's give him to you. Okay, you keep the bonus. You just keep that shit. You just keep that shit forever. You just pass this shit around. Everyone gets a bonus. You get a bonus, and you get a bonus, Oprah style. Okay, interesting. Let's see if this actually works in combat. Now I'm like interested here. Oh my god! I hit escape and I just closed the whole program. Okay, this is interesting. I set a breakpoint for melee accuracy, and it tripped when I threw a rock, and it is now trying to add the bonus. Oh, but interesting. Wait a minute. All right, so maybe that wasn't a bug because I didn't even notice. When did I get off? Because it's back down to 0 now. That shit is back down to 0. But it's very strange that it's using melee calculations for a long-range attack. So this is stuff that we might need to do some serious fixing on. But anyways, so we go. And so let's check the character sheet of the second character, 91C2. Interesting, there's a CE in there. Have I got my offset wrong? Yo, this is like moving around as I move the character. I think my offset is wrong. 6C? Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. My offset seems right. Let's just do an attack. Maybe that's a miss. Maybe that's too far. Yeah, I can't make that range. How about here? Okay, good. All right, now we should break right there. Okay, but now it's at D0. Okay, so this value here, this is being set like from a bunch of different places and perhaps for a bunch of different reasons. It could even be overloaded for like different meanings. And what I'm getting here, now my inkling is that the state of what equipment is set on what character is not in that character sheet, it's somewhere else. And then that is being referenced and then is being used to set certain values of the character sheet at certain times for certain reasons. So that's way more complicated than I had originally hoped. So if my current understanding is true, that means that this member of the character sheet, it's not just to tell you the bonus from Gauntlets. It has a whole bunch of different meanings, so it makes things complicated. I have to find the place where I can definitively check just for Gauntlets and nothing else. I have no fear of anything else affecting that value. So that means I think I might have to do a watch on this memory location and just see all the different things that affect it. Find the place where the equipment assignments are stored, and then I can refer to that when I want to do, melee calculations factoring in gauntlets properly. Alright, so what I found is after equipping the gauntlets on Harambe here, these two locations get to these two values. We saw that before. And if I let some time pass, check again, they're still at that value. Then if I move them away from Harambe and check to see what has changed, we see that the one that was 8-1 goes back to 0-0. But the one that was 0-2, it still stays as 0-2, which is, that's what we've been observing. But so it looks like the one that I originally set as the gauntlets, the one that is being referenced by the algorithm, that's like a kind of piece of scratch memory area that's used by a bunch of different things. But the one here, the 8-1, that seems to be some kind of an equipment thing. And I don't know if it's flags, so there might actually be multiple pieces of equipment that set this value. But at the very least, I know that when you equip gauntlets, it goes to 8-1. So this is the address that we actually need to reference when we are changing the algorithm. So yeah, I'll set this one to scratch 1, and then here we'll set this one to gauntlet is equal to 81 when gauntlet equipped. And again, other equipment might set other bits in this byte, or it might not be a byte, it might actually be, a word, but I don't know. This is what we know for now. This is what we're going to run with. So now my current plan for fixing gauntlets, and this might change, is we remove this line here that just adds a fixed bonus. And what we're going to do is before we do this lookup, we're going to detour, and we are going to calculate our strength based on the strength in the character sheets and the presence of gauntlets. But we're going to be looking at this address here to check for gauntlets. And we're going to do that procedure both for accuracy and for damage.